loser semifinals. Let's get that scoreboard right and hop into the full game.
Alright, so we are seeing the Pyra and Mythra coming out for RP4 again. I think that's a good choice. I know I've talked with Solidus off screen. I know he says that he has a lot of work to do with this matchup. It's one that he's still like not very familiar with, and to be honest, like I don't blame him for not being familiar. There's not very many Pyra and Mythras like that. Like you might have seen them when the character first came out, but it seems like a lot of people kind of slowed down in terms of like playing them. So it's just a lot of stuff to kind of learn on the fly in a tournament match, I feel. But regardless of that fact, I think that what Solidus needs to kind of keep an eye on in this match is how RP4 uses each character. If he's using Mythra a lot, and like going for like very burst heavy options, like going for lots of forward tilts, lots of dash attacks, F smashes, aerials, and kind of like not doing it mindlessly, but just being super aggressive about it. Solidus needs to know that he can hang back and use his shield disadvantage, use his nair, use his like fast aerials and projectiles as an advantage, and kind of force Mythra to approach him. But if it's Pyra, then he needs to do the opposite. He needs to be moving, he needs to be wailing on her, but also forcing opportunities where Pyra maybe throws out an F smash or charges that neutral B. And then as soon as he sees that neutral B, he needs to dash back, then after it activates, then come in to punish it. Or just wait it out completely and just be completely patient, because Pyra is one of those characters where you're either going to get into a bad habit of standing still and getting hit by something crazy, or you're going to end up like trying to move too much and being too aggressive, and you're going to get punished for moving too much, which is such a weird thing to say because usually movement's such a great option. Like usually you want to move a bunch, but now we're seeing kind of a lot of that happen here where Solidus is trying to like compensate for the stock count here. However, even then, he's only a stock behind, and Yoshi has these options like where you're shielding that, he can't be shield poked. He has the best shield in the game. But at the same time, when you're fighting a character with these large F smashes and lots of shield damage, like with Pyra, you really can't afford to be taking that type of damage. And if you do, you need to be aware of when you took that damage and then not allow yourself to get put into another shield situation. So Solidus now, he hasn't really had to shield too much since that one F smash, but there, he does regular get up a bit too early, which I think RP4 was banking on. He was kind of banking on like a bit of like ambiguity and like unsureness from both the look of the move, because it looks like he's kind of like falling and doing an aerial almost, but then to Solidus, he's trying to get up quickly and then use his shield disadvantage, which then ended up punishing him. And so another one of those times of just be patient here, because we see how he, especially with Pyra, her neutral B has so much drift that for Solidus, he just wasn't prepared for it to be that close. But I think, like I was talking about earlier, I think the things that he needs to work on are definitely his like analysis and adaptation to each character. So for Mythra, you need to be more patient and just allow her to come to you, force her to try and use quick moves that you can then whiff punish. And then for Pyra, you want to go to her, but then also be patient like after you've approached. So if you start dashing forward, don't initially go for like a dash attack or a grab all the time. Wait out certain moments where you think that they might throw out that F smash, and if he does throw out the F smash or that like charge shot or something like that, then you just gotta like just wait. You don't need to punish it early, because afterwards there definitely is enough input lag, or end lag rather, excuse me, for you to do so. If he's able to do that, Solidus I think can win this, but if not, we're gonna be seeing what we're seeing currently with RP4 taking that first game.
Right.
And we're switching to Smashville, it looks like. And I think that's okay. I think that this stage is a bit smaller. It also allows Solidus to approach it different ways with that singular platform overhead. And I think the one thing that's going to stink about it for him against Mythra is that Mythra is going to really control that middle platform with up tilts and aerials. So he needs to net, like, if he's up there, look how fast you can move. It's so hard to use that platform now that you've gotten it. And honestly, I think that the one time you should be using this platform if you're Solidus in this situation is for one, if you're comboing. So like we just saw, he used F tilt into up air and then used the platform to extend it like this. However, if the only other time you should use it is if you're playing against Pyra right here, and Pyra throws out pizza, you can use the platform to run on top and try to punish her quickly, or at least gain some better positioning. Because see here, like, he tries to sure hop over it, but it's just large enough to where it pretty much covers the entire space beneath that platform, and Solidus kind of has to use it, or at least just wait it out. Oh. Nice read there from RP4. Gets the up smash. I honestly thought that was a different move there. I'm still kind of learning the charge up animations for each of those smash attacks. Ooh, and the shield break. Nice work from Solidus. No, and that's one of the things that we talked about earlier, was just that Solidus' shield pressure, man, like, it's also very, like, even beyond, like, if something's, like very pressuring, a lot of times, you as a player, you're like, all right, well, eventually I can learn and analyze this pattern, but for Solidus, he really tries to be, tries to have mix-ups, which is something that I think a lot of players maybe kind of forget about. They get so into a routine once you get to a certain level of, like, all right, hey, I need to really, focus on doing like my optimal combos, or like I need to get this part of like the game down. But a lot of this game and how you get to those points is like in between like those combo interactions, or in between those kill confirms or shield pressure situations, is being unpredictable, switching up like interaction timings and things like that, so that your opponent isn't as keen to follow on to your patterns and things like that. And Solidus, that's another strength, is that's able to get him those shield break confirms. So if you're aspiring Yoshi main out there and you're trying to figure out how I can be just as pressuring as Solidus, is number one, learn what Yoshi can do that gets shield pressure, and number two, be unpredictable. And that'll get you right in your way. Because while this match isn't tied in stocks, it is tied in percent, and Solidus is kind of getting closer to taking up this second stock, which he needs to so dearly. And again, we're seeing that will not kill, but very dangerous move. Doesn't shield break, is Pyra's version. But one thing about Yoshi that kind of is beneficial to this matchup especially is that Mythra's neutral B, that charging sword slash that we saw earlier, that move often pokes other characters' shields. But since Yoshi, ooh, that's unfortunate.
And just like that, RP4 going to lose his final.
Yes, sir. RP4, I kind of like how he uses these characters. We're seeing him here. He's at 94%, switches to Pyra, tries to go for that up smash kill. And then, as he's landing, lands with Pyra, loses that stock here at 134, I believe. And then instantly drops from platform here, goes for up smash again, knowing that, like, why would I switch to Mythra at this point? Like, my character, this one I'm playing, has so much kill power, so much just raw, like, intimidation, too. Because even though they're a character that's slow and can be punished, if you ever land a move, that, oh my goodness, those moves are very destructive. And that's kind of what we saw there, that up smash. That was very reliable for RP4 in that set.
Very true. So yeah, we got RP4 hanging out right now in the lobby with let's see, Just Doki getting ready to come back. This is losers final, so this is going to be a best 3 out of 5, and this is also a winners semifinals rematch where Just Doki won 2-1 against this very same character matchup, but more so with his Luigi than he did with his Pokemon trainer. I got to guess, Cherry, that, you know, he's going to come back and